Good afternoon, Outliers. How y'all doing? See a bunch of y'all here in the chat. I apologize for my delay. I had to get my Trader Joe's sparkling grapefruit water. Fancy man that I am. And I only drink it out of a DuckTales mug. That is definitely messed up through the green screen, right? I can hang on. As you can see, it passes through my body. But it is an outstanding Monday. And glad to see you here. Let me say hi to everybody. We'll be here for 68 minutes saying hi, but I'm so stoked y'all are here. Ace, can members interact with this in the website? Well, I see you, my friend, right there. Michael Wales. You can interact here. You can interact there. You can interact everywhere. Like that with Peter from the Netherlands. Can you believe that? Bjorn. Howdy. Dustin, good to see you. Nathan, what's up, dude? Nathan and I tried to connect over the weekend. There's a bar that I like to go to, and I was there on Friday night, and I was like, Nathan, you busy? You want to hang out? He couldn't make it, but that's okay. We'll hang out sometime, Nathan, for sure. Bruno, good to see you. Dan, good afternoon. C. Smith, hey, good evening to you, Heck Tech. Tim, glad you made it. Steven, Nico, John James, howdy. That's not Leader Motorcycle. That's Mikey Mike, who's the leader of the motorcycle gang. Okay, funny story. My boys and I, so I have I have a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old. We were driving down the road one day, and this motorcycle gang passed in front of us, right? And my Tesla is completely silent, and these things are the complete opposite. And we're driving down the road, and we were joking around. It's maybe they weren't such a bad guy gang after all. Maybe they were called the very good or very, very polite, nice young men motorcycle gang. And Mikey Mike is the leader of the very polite, nice young men motorcycle gang. Well, you know what, Ace? Being a member allows you to get in the Discord, which is huge. Discord's growing huge lately. It allows you obviously to use OVTLYR, so maybe it's worth it to you. And if not, no worries. John James, Mari, there's a girl in the chat. Y'all be cool, all right? ESAT, what's up? Marky Mark. Yeah, exactly. Mark is the smartest man that I know. Mikey Mike, you the platform. Okay. Everybody's responding. Hey, Steve. Dude, cool profile picture. And cool cat. Glad you made it, dude. You know what? I think I just answered your YouTube comment a moment ago. I remember seeing your name. Oh, is it Juice? Is it? Forgive me. I'm Texan. I don't know these languages. Is it Juice? I want to say hi, Juice. If I'm not right, just correct me in the comments. Sorry. Ross is here. Where's Bob? Bob made it. Bob and Ross are here today. Glad you guys made it. Christian, glad you're here. Joe, hey guys, happy Monday. Sean, evening, morning, afternoon, everywhere. Saludos amigos of Manny. Let's see. All right, Nathan, I'm counting on it. The very spur of the moment, but looking forward to it. Very cool. Chad, Dustin, membership on sale till Friday. So free. We always have a 21-day free trial, but you can upgrade and get the $2.99 rate, but that ends on Friday. The way you upgrade is just shoot us an email. We'll get you upgraded. Rob, evening from the Yorkshire. Very cool. Adam, glad you made it. Okay, so I found 2 videos that I wanted to dissect this afternoon, and I wanted to get your feedback as to which one. And you guys and ladies chose this one here, the Roth conversion trap that destroyed 1 million in tax-free wealth, a score of 7-5. So we're going to cover that one. I really appreciate you all jumping in and helping.
Over the years,
and we'll start this here in about 30 seconds. It's pronounced Yush. Got it. Yush. Super stoked you're here. I'll do my very best to remember it. And if I forget in the future, please accept my apology, but please remind me again. No girls. Oh no, girls. Mahesh and I were just on a call with some potential guests we're going to have on the line. And I don't want to give it away, but it'll be really cool. And they're like, so what are your demographics? And I went over and showed them 92% men, 35 and older. And they're like, wow, that's skewed older than I thought. And I was like, well, these are people with money who want to invest in it and they don't want to mess up. So yeah, you guys are awesome. And for the 8% of females out there, how y'all doing? And I'm really stoked that everybody's here. So let's watch this, the Roth conversion trap that destroyed $1 million in tax-free wealth. We're going to run this at 1 1/4 speed to try and get through as much as we can. This is not my wheelhouse, so I'm actually looking to learn from it. Manny, Dude, I know. Be chill, all right? Be cool. Be cool. Greetings from Italy. Benvenuto. Okay. Oh, wait. Mark has one clarification. 200-day trial is for monthly subscriptions. Annual comes at a steep discount, but doesn't have a trial period unless Mahesh changed that. Oh, good point. Good point. Okay, let's do this.
Analyze hundreds of Roth conversions, and there is one factor that has more impact than almost anything else. In fact, I had someone tell me recently on an intro call that they had miscalculated this one component, and he estimated it will cost him over $1 million over the course of his life. It's actually why he decided to reach out to a financial professional. And so I ran the numbers for him, and he was right. It was a massive opportunity cost, and it's the same issue I want to talk with you about today. So in just a minute, I'm going to reveal what that component is or what that factor is and how you can avoid making the same mistake. But first, my name is Kevin Lum. I'm a certified financial planner, and this channel is dedicated to helping 1 million people retire without worry. As you know, depending on your situation, Roth conversions have the potential to save you hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes even millions of dollars in taxes over the course of your lifetime. And Roth conversions can also help you avoid retirement situations like paying additional premiums on your Medicare, or having giant RMDs, or paying more tax than you should on your Social Security, or avoiding the widow's penalty. And one of the biggest tools, or one of the best tools in your tax planning tool chest, is a Roth conversion. So today I want to talk about the basics of Roth conversion, the power of tax brackets, and the factors that make Roth conversions successful.
We are going to learn today. Hope y'all got your notepads ready, because this is not my wheelhouse, and I am stoked to learn about this. Thank you, Kevin. Let's go.
And finally, I'm going to walk through a real life scenario using Right Capital, looking at what I believe is one of the most important components to help make Roth conversions successful. For many of you, if you've seen some of my other videos, this may just be a recap, but stay with me to the end because I'm going to pull it all together, and I think some of the numbers might surprise you. So first of all, let's start with the basics. A Roth conversion is when you move money from a traditional IRA or a traditional 401k into a Roth IRA. But there's a catch. There's always a catch. I almost said there's always a tax, which could also be right. You have to pay taxes on the amount you convert. But once it's in the Roth.
Bro, that sucks. So you move it from one IRA to another IRA, and then you have to pay taxes on it. That blows.
So you take money from a traditional IRA and you put it in a Roth IRA, it grows tax-free, and you'll never pay taxes on that money again. So why would you want to do this? Or why is this so important? Because
okay, so I'm going to throw out hypotheticals, and I'm hoping that he will answer as we go. So if I don't know the tax brackets, but I know my tax bracket today is a lot higher than my tax bracket was 10 years ago, right? So it would have obviously benefited me more to pay those taxes 10 years ago than today, because I assumed that I would be paying it at my current taxable rate. But then I never have to pay it again, which sucks.
In retirement, having tax-free money gives you way more control over your income and your tax situation. And without proper tax planning and without proper income control, you could find yourself facing large RMDs, which can cause a ripple effect, higher tax rates, Medicare surcharges, and taxes on your.
I hope he explains an RMD, because at the moment I don't know what he's talking about.
Social Security benefit. But the key to a successful Roth conversion is managing your tax brackets, because Roth conversions are taxed as ordinary income. And so as you do a Roth conversion, do you want to pay?
Okay, so I was right about that, right? You have to pay it at the taxable rate. Even though I put it in over the last 10 years to my IRA, and then I want to roll it over, I have to pay on today's tax bracket versus 10 years ago or 4 years ago or 7 years ago at that time. That ultra sucks. I don't like this.
Pay close attention to what tax bracket you're converting it. Now, tax brackets are how the IRS decides how much money you owe based on your income. But as you know, you don't pay the same rate on all your income, only the portion that falls within each bracket. So let me just give you a quick refresher. Think of tax brackets like a waterfall.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Dustin. Required minimum distribution. Yeah, my parents have that, right? They've got money, doing whatever they're doing. But I know, once a year, they're like, oh, yeah, we got to take our required minimum out of that. And I was like, okay, that sounds kind of fun. Pay me now or pay me later.
The first portion of your income is taxed at the lowest rate. The next portion of your income is taxed at a slightly higher rate, and this continues as your income increases, where it starts off fairly low and gets extremely high. So let's say the tax brackets are as follows. You pay 10% on the first $11,600 you earn. You pay 12% of your income on anything from $11,601 to $47,150. And then you pay 22% of your income on anything above $47,150. So you don't pay 22% tax on all $50,000, only on the portion above 47,150. So here's a chart, and I just stole this off the internet, but I thought this illustrated it really well on a larger dollar amount. This person earns $240,000 a year. They're married filing jointly. So first they fill up the 10% bracket, then they filled up the 12%, then they filled up the 22%, and then they spilled over into the 24% tax bracket. So on each additional dollar they earn up to a certain limit, they're going to pay 24% tax.
Bro, this blows. I claim no political party. But I will say that my political beliefs are twofold. A, I want to pay less taxes, and B, I want more freedom. Align that with whoever you want to align it with. You're probably right. But bro, look at all these taxes. F that noise. I mean, I can't wait to pay all my taxes.
But they could still earn another $140,000 or thereabouts without crossing into the next tax bracket, without crossing into the 32% tax bracket. So why does this matter for Roth conversions? Roth conversions add to your taxable income. They're taxed as ordinary income, just like your W-2 job, which means you need to be mindful of the brackets when converting it. This is why people often talk about filling a tax bracket when they talk about converting, right? So if you were trying to fill the 24% tax bracket, you might consider doing a $140,000 Roth conversion. Okay, that's the basics. For those of you who are experts on Roth conversions and you've got spreadsheets and you've got taped up to your computer the tax rates and all that, I apologize. Thank you for sitting with me. Now let's talk about the factors that make a Roth conversion more successful. So first of all, investment selection. The higher the expected rate of return on the investment, the more powerful the Roth conversion can become, because the more that the money...
Oh, wait. So you're telling me that my expected rate of return, I'm buying like AMD, right? Because I expect AMD to go up like 5 million %. At least that's what some YouTubers will tell you. It's going to go up from 110 right now up to, $43,000 a share. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, that's my expected rate of return right there. Should be good, right? Right.
It grows tax-free inside the Roth, the bigger the benefit. So if you put $100,000 into a Roth and you put it all in a money market fund, it's probably not worth doing a Roth conversion. But if you put $100,000 in a Roth and you invest it in the stock market, or maybe a balanced portfolio, and it grows at 7 or 8% a year,
or you YOLO into AMD calls and wait. And hang on. AMD calls and Estee Lauder calls, right? YOLO into those. Oh, don't forget the PayPal calls, right? Get the PayPal calls, PYPL. Yeah, don't forget those, bro. Because like $43 billion per share. Okay, legit.
And so I ran the numbers for him, and he was right.
Wait. I'm sorry. I apparently had this up twice. Let me close this. Sorry. Here we go.
A year, then it might make sense to do a Roth conversion. So the first thing that matters is the investment selection.
Oh, yeah. SoFi. Let's go. Let's get some SoFi, because SoFi can only go up to $75 a share. I believe is what I heard a YouTuber say. It can only go up to that.
Second thing that matters is the tax bracket. Smart.
Oh, don't forget the elf calls. Elf calls, right? Elf is calling Santa Claus saying, "Oh, please save me."
Roth conversions use the fill the bracket strategy, converting just enough to stay within a lower tax bracket. And so you want to be mindful of the optimal tax bracket for your situation. And here's the problem. It is not a one size fits all decision. Some people should convert at the 12% tax bracket. Some people should convert at the 37% tax bracket.
He's about to lose me. But that's okay. What I tell people as far as like, Chris, I don't want to do anything, but I want to invest. Check this out. Google up, because I don't know what they are. Target, imagine, like, find out what age you turn, I don't know, 65. And then go target, date, fund. And let's say you turn 65 in 2050. 2050. Right? Google that up. Oh, look, it's TR Fox. Or VFIFX. And then just throw money at it. If you don't want to do anything with your money, and you want it to grow at an expected rate of return, just throw money at a target date fund and never touch it again. That's what I say.
There are a number of other factors that go into the formula, but you want to pay attention to the tax bracket, because if you're one of the people who should be converting at the 12% tax bracket and you're converting at the 37% tax bracket, it's likely that there's going to be diminishing returns. I often get frustrated when I read articles or I hear other people talking and they try to create a blanket rule. Well, you should never convert above the 22% tax bracket. Why? It is just one factor among many that you should consider. So anyway, let's continue on. Another important component to pay attention to that goes into the formula is, do you have any cash on the outside of your IRA or your 401k
Hell yeah, I got all that cash. I got all that cash right here, son. What's up? Give me. Oh, that's what I do with my cash. I just fan myself with it. Like literal cash? Is that what you mean?
To pay for the Roth.
By the way, I got these at Spirit Halloween. It says literally the United States of Halloween, but they make incredible bookmarks. You should get some.
Conversion. Now, just because you don't have any outside cash doesn't mean it's not a good idea to do a Roth conversion, but it does help to maximize the Roth conversion or the power of the Roth conversion when you can use cash from outside your retirement account. If you pay for the conversion from inside of the IRA, the conversion has less power. So for example, let's say you do a $100,000 Roth conversion and you don't pay the taxes from outside, and your tax bill, let's say for easy math, is $30,000. Then if you do a $100,000 Roth conversion, only $70,000 goes into the Roth. The other $30,000 goes to the federal government.
Which ultra blows, right? So listen, my itty bitty brain over here is trying to comprehend what he's saying. If I'm converting $100,000 from a traditional to a Roth, I'm going to have to pay taxes on it. And if I have to pay, for example, $30,000 of tax, I no longer get to roll my $100,000. $30,000 of it evaporates and goes to fill the pockets of the government. Sweet. I love how this is going.
Which limits the long-term tax-free growth. But there's another factor, and this is what I really want to focus on for this video. The earlier you convert, the more time your money has to grow tax-free, and the more powerful the long-term impact of the conversion.
Which is what I was saying earlier, right? If I were doing this 10 years ago, it would make a lot more sense than doing it 10 years now, right? And nobody gets to rate it a 7. No, Peter. No, Nico. You know better than that. I trusted you.
Often there's this period of time between retirement and reaching your RMD age referred to as the golden window for Roth conversion. And it makes sense from a theoretical perspective. It seems to make sense that you would want to wait until you retire, maybe even retire a bit earlier, to use that golden period for Roth conversions, because you're going to have the lowest income of your life. And if you're really smart, you can keep your income artificially low.
Why'd y'all vote for this one? Look, if I just retired and you're telling me it's the lowest income of my life, I have effed up royally. Okay. Now, I understand the concept of it, meaning like you're not taking, right? Imagine you had a job, you're making $100,000 a year, and you retire, and then you're making $0 a year because you're retired, right? Still, I feel like that, I don't know. It just doesn't sit well to me to have that thought there. Can you give it a -7? No, I mean, like, Kevin legit knows what he's talking about. Y'all voted for this. I'm just trying to get through it.
And so therefore you can convert more money into your IRA in a lower tax bracket. And one of the things you want to pay attention to is your tax bracket. But what people often overlook is that depending on the amount of money in your tax deferred accounts and your current income, it might, and I should underline might, maybe the editor can underline it for me, it might make sense to begin doing a Roth conversion while you're still working. Because if you're one of those people who should convert to, say, the top of the 24% tax bracket and you make $200,000 a year, you might have $200,000 of space that you could begin utilizing while you're still working. And if you're living below your means, you could use some of your additional income to help pay for those Roth conversions. As with everything, it is situation dependent. So what I want to do is I want to go to Right Capital and I want to look at a scenario using Phil and Claire where they are 60 years old today, they are still working, and where they plan on retiring at age 65. And so what I want to do is see, should Phil and Claire begin to convert while they're still working, or should they wait until that golden period for Roth conversions after they retire before RMDs begin?
I can't do it. We're not gonna go any further. But I'll tell you, I guess I learned something. I know you learned something, right? We all learned something today. And for that, Kevin, I appreciate you. I appreciate you very much. But let me introduce myself. My name is Christopher Yule. I've twice been awarded top 100 people in finance. I was mentored by 5 of the market wizards who literally never, ever talked to me about Roth IRAs, not once. I've been successfully trading since 2009, and this is where we save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. Well, first, we're going to go through the member of the video of the day. This is a new slide. I'm trying it out here. So first, we're going to go through the video of the day. Next, we're going to go through some member highlights, and then we'll do some top stock picks of the day. And I want you to rank this video out of 7. So out of 10. You're not allowed a 7. Rank it out of 10. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and put in the chat your video ranking. I need to think about this for a moment. Let me read on the comments here. Yes, and the 70K will grow tax-free. Ross, do your Roth conversion the year you get laid off. Dustin, you still have a Social Security and other income stuff factoring. Good point. Nathan, I knew a lot of this already. I was hoping for something that made it make sense to me to go with the Roth IRA. It still does not make any sense to me. Maybe it's 6 or a 5. Can you convert all this to the metric system? No. 77 meters from Bjorn. Let's go Scandinavian brother. Marco, can the party late? Happy day to all. Hope your week start off to, yeah, for sure. 3, 6. No. What was it? Hang on. It was Voos, right? Or use. It was use. Yes, use. I don't know if he gets a 1. 5, 5, 5, 6, 2, 5, 2, 6, 6, 8. Because he sounds smart. And I would rank the video, but it put me to sleep. That doesn't make great YouTube content for sure. I'm gonna rank it at 8. Oh, I didn't see that coming, did you? Is it the most entertaining YouTube video ever? No, but Kevin knows his stuff, so I can't like take him down for that. I mean, if he could have brought some whiz bangs and funds, maybe I could have gone for a 9. But I don't know. I think he deserves more than that. You guys were hard on him today. Chat says too, Dustin. Just be poor and put straight Roth instead of converting. Easy. Guys, how are you, trainer team? I'm late. You're good. Yush. I knew it. Okay. Yush number 1. 6 from the Angry Baker. He's too angry to give him any higher than that. Sete for me. Krez, DZ. Let's make some money. Don't understand Roth IRA stuff you have in the US. We just have lousy Social Security for retirement, which doesn't pay out a lot. And Rob says a 6. All right. So let's move on to the next thing. And let's go through the member highlight today. I got a really good one today. All right. Give me a moment to scroll up to find it because I was like, this is awesome. I was even sharing this story earlier on a call that Mahesh was having with me. Hang on 2 seconds here. This one. So Colecat yesterday during the Super Bowl, my dad arranged a phone call today between me and one of his coworkers who has recently started swing trading. My dad wanted to connect us to chat. I got on the phone today with him and I'm asking about his strategy and he starts talking about the 10 EMA must be over the 20 EMA and the price has to be over the 50 and the SPY must be moving up. I interrupt him and say, do you follow OVTLYR? And he says, yes. So we get to talking and he found Chris on YouTube through he found OVTLYR on YouTube through Chris's videos and started to trade the golden ticket trading strategy. It was a funny moment because I did not expect it. It's still super cool though. He's not currently part of the Discord or OVTLYR member, but I think by the end of the phone call, I convinced him to at least take the jump and try the free trial. Dude, Colecat, that is like the sickest story I have heard. You listen, I have made 2,100 videos on YouTube. And only in the last 33 days, since January 6th, have I got traction. Colecat and everyone in the chat, if you were told it would take you 2,100 of anything to finally find success, how unlikely would you be to do it? I don't know if I would have. Right? I've been making videos on YouTube since 2017. Almost daily. Multiple times a day sometimes. But to hear him say that his dad reached out to him and his dad was telling him the trend template, I was like, this is epic. This is so cool. I am so stoked to hear that we are actually making a difference. So I really appreciated Colecat for sharing that. No, Sean, I will not have a score for depressing. He needs to watch the video before publishing. I guess so. Perseverance is key. Absolutely. The messages on Discord. Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. I see you. I see all these messages on Discord. Oh, maybe you're not. If you just joined in, go over to the start here. Click the little OVTLYR logo right there, and then you'll have access to everything. That gives you member status. Like that's a step 1 to get in, and you'll be able to see everything. Yeah. Nobody. Right. People look at this and they're like, wow, Chris just showed up. No, bro, I've been doing this for ages, right? I've been doing this since both my kids were in diapers. Congrats on perseverance. Thank you. I just keep working out and watching, not making Chris videos. Dustin, most people quit at like 20. Thanks for your hard work. Well, thank you for watching it. So then I saw a comment on the YouTubes that I wanted to highlight as well. And as you know, I've been taking a lot of time to talk about YouTubers that I feel are giving horrible financial advice, horrible life-changing advice to the contrary that you want to have, right? And this one really spoke to me. He said, I could speak for an hour about this, and I'll try to keep it short. As a newbie investor, I accidentally stumbled across Jeremy's videos and almost immediately bought into his hype. The one thing that made me hesitate was my age, life experience, and the fact that I am also in sales. So I paused and watched and watched and watched. Then I stumbled across Chris's videos, and after the first one, I was able to distinguish between fact and fiction. Chris, you saved me a ton of money. And to me, that is more valuable than making me money. I have been repping you out to others I know keen on investing with the line, before you do anything, watch Chris for a week. Just fix that spelling mistake on the website. Thank you for your insights, integrity, insights, intelligence, and integrity, and hashtag OPP, hashtag only price pays. And bro, tell me what that spelling mistake is and we'll get it fixed. But either way, right? This is not looking for a Chris pat on the back session. I'm here to tell you guys, like, I feel moved, right? I started watching these channels and I'm like, no. We need to have conversations about this because what they are spewing is wrong. You can't tell me that a stock that is in a very obvious stage 4 downtrend when you, Mr. YouTube man, are the one having anxiety, denial, panic, capitulation, and anger in your YouTube videos is a great buy. You can't do that. And so when I got to making these videos, listen, like I say, there are 2,000 videos you could go peruse through. Not all of them are great, obviously. But I wanted to call these people to the mat, right? I wanted to say, if this is what you're putting out, somebody needs to call you out on it, because these stocks are not good. You are not Gandalf. You are not the wizard who has found the bottom, and it has to go up from there, right? I've worked with the wizards. I know the wizards. I could text the wizards right now, and they'll tell you the same thing. Like, legit. I'm not a wizard yet. Hopefully one day I can join my colleagues there. But you guys get to play along on the right team. You guys get to be on the right team, which is so awesome that you're glad. And I'm just so glad to be here, right? So be sure to share your stories in the Discord and, of course, on YouTube comments as well. And the first show of Outlier, like Coldcat was doing, like Simon was doing, right? Tell everybody about Outlier, right? That's the very first rule of Outlier. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Let's see. Oh, I didn't tell you how the call with Jeremy went. I thought I did. So first call, they ghosted me. The second call, the meeting started and then immediately ended. And I was like, okay, what just happened? So clearly Jeremy watches our videos. And then they emailed me and they're like, well, I don't think it's going to work out, because they emailed us saying we want to do a collaboration. And I'm like, this could be great if we have differing viewpoints and we can chat on it, right? You can explain to me how great of an investment AMD is, and I can tell you how wrong you are. It'd be great content. I mean, honestly, that would be amazing content. But then they said, I don't think it's going to work out, and just like disappeared. And then Jeremy put out a video, and I put it in the Discord, that I think he was calling me out, where he was basically saying, everyone who's wishing me ill will, that my stocks are going to go down, whatever. Jeremy, listen, I don't want your stocks to go down. In fact, I think it would be great if you understood how the market works. You might have made money in the past, but I can guarantee right now, you're stressing. You're losing hair. And trust me, as somebody who doesn't have all that much hair left, you're losing hair, bruh. You don't have to. You can just sit out on the sidelines. You can wait for those stage 4 downtrends to finish and turn around. And where's it at? You can wait for those stage 4 downtrends to finish, turn around, flatten out, and then start coming back up, right? But the deal is that, let's go to AMD. That stage 4 downtrend could take it, as we've seen, all the way from $200 down to $110.57 before it turns around and starts coming back up. But it could go even further. And if it goes even further, then moving up that mountain, up the slope of hope, as they would call it, right there, the slope of hope, that may not ever get back up to where you buy it at. So, just saying. he means outliers misspelled? Bro, we're fancy like that. Don't you understand how the internet works these days? If you have a company, you're not allowed to use vowels. You got to throw weird stuff in it. Except for that first O. What Nathan said. Maybe that's exactly what it is. Maybe it is. Simon, I learned more from you in a week than I did in the last 6 years. Well, dude, I'm so stoked you're here, Simon. And like the video, like he says. John Astronaut? Astronaut. Long squeeze stock. He said, likes and subscribes. Help Chris and the team grow. For sure. Do you think I could hold Robinhood through earnings? You're up 12%? All right, we'll do this. We'll do this one, and then we'll continue on. I appreciate the question, Simon. Let's go look at the hood. Let's go look at the hood. I'm going to have to log into my broker platform. Give me a moment. Is earnings tomorrow or coming up the next day or two? Because we need that for the expected move calculation. Everything is going really slow all of a sudden. Hang on. Okay, we're almost in Trader Pro. TrendSpider had like a seizure over here. Start trading. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, I don't want you to see all my financial details. Hold on. I don't want to do a trader upgrade at this very moment. Yes, exit. Sorry, talk amongst yourself. This is this is terrible content. It's almost as bad as talking about 401k conversions. Okay. All right, so let's go to the hood. All right, so we're in the hood. And let's go talk about how I would trade around earnings. It's super, super simple, in my opinion. Is the trade already profitable? So the question is, where's he at? Well, I'm trying to find the message. There it is. Simon. He's up about 12% on the hood. Okay, so of course, that means the trade is already profitable for him. I mean, basically, if you ever bought ever before on the hood, you're making money. So that's great. Let's try and figure out where that is, by the way. So if you're at 12%, that would be around $50, I bet, is where you got in. Okay. So first question is, yes, Simon is profitable by 12%. Now, the second question is, would the expected move break your trend line? So Simon, I'm asking you a question. Are you following a trend line? Because that will make a difference. To me, the way that I trade, I would have followed the 10 period moving average on anything and everything, right? Why the 10 period? That is because, here's the cheat sheet. The 10-day EMA is the indicator of the short-term trend. If the trend is up and going higher, that's what I want to see, right? That's what I want to see. And it is up and it is going higher and it is above that. So I would be looking over that. So let's go next to the options chain. Now, the way that you do that is you'd price an at the money straddle. So the way that you would do that is click the ask button on both the call and the put at the money. Now, right now, the at the money price is 56. And I did get clarification of why it's 85%. So you take this price, which is $6.80, and you multiply that by 85%. So people have asked me in the past, why 85%? And to tell you the truth, I didn't remember. And it's because option prices overestimate the move. So they're taking in a smidge off of each side and say, okay, well, if they're going to overestimate it by who knows how much, we're going to say 85% of that move should be there. That's why it's 85%. So 6.8 times 0.85. Nope, I did that wrong. Try that again. 6.8 times 0.85. 578. So the expected move could be as high as 578, either direction. Either direction, okay? So it could go 578 up, $5, not 5%, 78 up, which is a 10.3-ish% move. $5.78 down. And we're looking at a pretty substantial move here. Right? It's a 20 percentage point move overall. So, would this break the 10? Absolutely. Would it break the 20? Maybe. Maybe. So, for example, if I were following the 20, then I would look at it and I'd say, you know what? It doesn't look like the expected move is going to break it. I've already got a 12% cushion. I'm going to hold it. But that's up to you. Up to you to make that call. But it would absolutely 100% break the 10. Now, that doesn't mean it will, right? That doesn't mean it will. But we'll throw a couple examples in, right? So Estee Lauder, this, as we say in the business, you guys know what's coming. Estee Lauder got, where is it? You know what's coming. Dang it, where is my slide? Estee Lauder got monkey hammered. Estee Lauder got monkey hammered, okay? That is a technical term for what happened after earnings. Elf Beauty got monkey hammered, right? SoFi got monkey hammered. Okay, you see a pattern here? But Palantir is moonshotting, right? This is what you want to see. This is called a gap and go. If you get that gap up and it goes, all bets are off. Things change. This is a fundamental shift in that stock. And I couldn't even tell you where it's going to stop. Okay. So that's the kind of risk you're looking at, right? It can outperform that, or, going back to the hood. Where is my hood? There it is. Going back to the hood. It might just fall somewhere inside here. But the market makers are saying, we think it's going to be a 10% move up or down. That's what they're saying here. Okay. Great question, by the way. The only confusing thing is that there are two different, okay, I had this conversation with Mark and Mahesh over the weekend. Thank you very much for bringing that up. I am very stoked you mentioned that, Mark. I had that exact conversation. So, as you know, I'm trying to build a YouTube channel to be astronomical. And what exactly you said was something I had mentioned to them over the weekend was, I think if we have two channels broadcasting the same thing, we are limiting where we are going to go because people are going to be confused as to which one to watch. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for that comment. And I'm glad you're subscribed. Either way, it doesn't matter which one you're subscribed to. We most likely, and thank you for that feedback, because I think that's going to help my case here, are going to be adjusting our content strategy, which we'll talk about later, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really awesome. Jeremy's probably buying some more AMD as we speak. Being that Jeremy does have a large portfolio, or not portfolio, but platform, a number of people, right? He could theoretically move the markets. And there was a video we did about Invest with Henry a while ago where he was saying buy AMD when it was around 120. Funny enough, AMD as well. And the same conversation was being had then about how terrible of stock that is. But I think that these influencers are really thinking, you know what, if I buy a stock that's beaten up like this, I could move the market, and therefore I could make money on the market, bro. Yeah. I don't know. Just a thought. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Dustin, wait, there's an order block at 180, and I might get filled there. John James. Oh, AMD after watching a couple of Jamie's vids. The next day I watched my first OVTLYR vid and Chris and sold all of it. Smart choice, man. I got loads in Tesla. I would not hold any Tesla. The only Tesla I'd hold on to is my own. That's in my garage. Because this looks bad. This looks like the very beginning of the stage 4 downtrend. Hang on. Where do I get this from? Because this is how markets have acted throughout the history of time. Okay. This, where people are like, oh, buy, and everybody's screaming to buy and everybody's screaming to sell. Right? Is this. This is everybody screaming to buy. This is everybody screaming to sell. This right here looks like anxiety, like really obvious to me. Really almost in denial stage to me. So yeah, I mean, you do you. Mark, straight up OVTLYR is feel like that because OVTLYR domain wanted 50K for the same web address. No, it's cool like this. All right. Tesla 170 bottom. 170. That's a long way down. Hood is on fire. Hold on to it if you want to, dude. This is what Felix was talking about when you decided not to show his video. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried. Only price base. Rob, I just bought Baba. Bam. That's what a trend looks like. That's the kind of trend you want to be in. That's what it's. Okay, check it out. If this is what AMD is doing, it can take months for that bottom to figure out what it's doing, figure out where that is, and then it can take off. BABA looks great. You do have an order block up here on 117, so it might have some issues. You've also got earnings coming up, so just be aware. I think you should throw a gorilla hammer slide in there. Okay, tell you what. I would be here all day long reading y'all's comments, which is actually a ton of fun, and I really, really appreciate that. But we're going to have to get back on target here and get back to trading in the Outlier trading room. So what is Outlier and how does it work? Well, as you know, old Uncle Warren would say, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Outlier shows you investors are acting irrationally greedy or fearful, and by how much, allowing you to get into the move or get into the stock before the Outlier move happens. And I want you to get into the annual pass before it goes away for 82 cents a day on February 14th. You're going to save 64% off, right? This is our Valentine's special. It is ending on Friday. If you already have a trial, email Mahesh and he'll convert you over. Now, my style of trading using Outlier, I call the golden ticket trading strategy, and it's where only price pays. It always starts with the market. So as you know, the trend template is the 10 over the 20 with price over the 50. This candle circled right here because this was a close under the 20. This is a giant red flag to me. Anytime we close under the 20 period moving average, expect something to happen. I don't know when, I don't know if, but this is a big, big, big red flag to me. Additionally, let's go look at the market breadth. Let's go look at market breadth inside of Outlier, because that's the next step of the golden ticket trading strategy, the market breadth, right? If it's moving up, that means more stocks are getting buy signals. If it's moving down, that means more stocks are getting sell signals. We have 26 new stocks on the buy list today versus 92 new stocks on the sell list today. And I'll tell you, when stuff hits the fan, the bear list grows fast. Sell signals come real fast. I'm telling you, there was one day I saw 700 names on the sell list. So just be aware of that. When I look at this, I see the market breadth really coming out. Every single sector is bearish, right? Every single sector has bearish breadth right now. So while you're not seeing it so much reflected in the market hasn't done anything for 2 months. The market has been chopping sideways for 2 months. If you've managed to catch a few good stocks here and there, you're doing awesome, because the stocks as a whole are getting more and more bearish. So for me, that locks it down. That keeps me out. That's what I call the master key, where we have a buy signal with the SPY. The market trend is continuing higher. Market breadth is not right now. The market breadth is bearish, and all the sector breadths are bearish as well. So for me, I don't have any stocks that I would trade. But you know what? Of course, I'd love to hear what you're trading. I'll drop a couple more. I'll look on the comments a couple more times, and we'll wrap it there. I mean, this is awesome. We got 105 people watching at this very moment, which is super sick. Jose, saw some guy saying to Felix, monkey hammer. And you saw somebody on Felix's stream talking about monkey hammers. This is so sick. This is awesome. You should follow the news for tariffs. Risky. Ooh. At some point, YouTube will shut a channel down if you have duplicate content. Well, this is considered fair use. So we're going for it. Yeah, it's like having multiple Chris's in that Discord. Yeah, we have freaking scammers. I hate these guys. And there's nothing we can do about it because they are outside of the Discord sending messages. You can see. Okay, so he's talking to. Right. Very, very cool. Mahesh. No, market breadth data is built upon buy and sell signals that we show, which are an uptrend, downtrend within the sectors and indexes. Absolutely. So that's going to wrap it for me today. I really appreciate everybody coming, right? And of course, tell me what you're trading in the chat. I don't have any trades set up for me. I don't know when I'm going to have trades set up for me, but that's okay, right? My rule of thumb is sit in cash and don't F up. In fact, let me go to Minervini real quick, because I'll leave you with a piece of advice from one of my mentors, right? When you evolve to the point of being patient and only taking quality trades, that means you've decided you're not in it for the action. You're in it to make money. You have sit out power. You never force a trade because you're a pro. This is my mentality. If it doesn't set up for me, I don't even continue looking. There's no point in that. Not at all. So, of course, tell me what you're trading and come back tomorrow, or we'll help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk together as a team. And YouTube is going to recommend a couple of videos that are going to pop up right here. I recommend you watch one of those. And I also recommend you have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.